Sleep is weird. Hmm. I feel like I cannot get enough sleep, no matter what I do. I I enjoy sleeping like a lot, which is weird because when I was in high school, I used to pretty much stay up till 2 a.m. every night. I kind of thrived on it. I was usually just online, like chatting or playing a game or something, but it was fun. Well, later on in life, I got a job where I had to get up at 6 a.m. every day. Not so fun. I did that for like 8 years or something before moving and having to get another job, but the damage was already done. I couldn't stay up late anymore without feeling absolutely wrecked the next day. It was weird. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I think my body got in this routine and I just couldn't break it. Like, even after I had quit my job, I found myself wide awake at 6 a.m., like, even on weekends. Like, thanks, brain. I'm up. Like, if I tried staying up late now, right? I could, but anyone in the room with me would be able to tell that my batteries were draining at an alarming rate. Then the next day, I don't know, I feel like I can't catch up with reality or something. It's everything seems like a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. Like not quite real, like not able to tell if I was awake or still dreaming. You know what I mean? I had a job for a little while that required rotating overnight shifts, which like super bad idea, but I kind of needed the money, so I thought I'd give it a try, even knowing that I probably wouldn't be able to do it. I was right, of course, and when I briefly fell asleep at the wheel on the way back from work on an icy road, no less, I kind of knew I had to quit that job pretty immediately. I was only out for about like 5 seconds, but that's an eternity when you're going 55 on the highway in icy conditions. Like, try counting next time you're driving and see how far you get in those 5 seconds. Like, Pennsylvania can have some pretty twisty roads and steep, like, drop-offs on either side. Like, it doesn't take long for things to go badly. It wasn't about that. Not at all. When I got the job that I currently have, I had an hour-and-a-half commute, like, both ways, until I eventually moved closer. But that also required me to get up pretty early. And I typically try to get as much sleep as I can, so I don't really, like, wake up early enough to have time to, well, wake up. Like, I sleep until the last possible minute, and then I kind of scramble to, like, get out of bed, get ready, head out the door, and get to work just in time, usually. But, of course, that means while I'm driving there, I'm still sort of half asleep, half awake. Driving like that is another matter entirely. Like, you tend to zone out. You're on autopilot, like the podcasts, music, or audiobooks you're listening to just sort of fade into the background. Your mind starts to wander, and before long, you're daydreaming. Then before you know it, you're suddenly at your destination with no real memory of how you even got there in the first place. Yikes. Luckily since then, I've moved closer, and now my commute's only like 30 minutes. Coffee has been my eternal go-to, so that I can freaking wake up in the morning once I get there and start my day. Otherwise, I don't know, man. I think I'd just be an eternal desk zombie. The interesting thing is, I sort of came up with the idea for this vlog on one of those long commutes. This is usually kind of when I find myself getting the most creative, like when I'm forced to be bored. Like, I kind of start to like imagine all sorts of ideas and short stories or videos to make, you name it. Actually, the main inspiration for my videos is this guy here, Sorami. His short, candid videos are just about like what he's thinking about that day, and that kind of just really resonated with me and inspired me to do all this. Of course, I've got to overcomplicate everything with camera angles and transitions and effects and stuff, but yeah, that's just kind of my nature. We should definitely check out his channel. Link in the thing. But yeah, last time I stayed awake all night was on the drive to FWA last year. That was something. I left work around 8 p.m. the night before, and me and a friend drove straight out to Atlanta from PA. We got there at 8 a.m. the next day, trying to avoid traffic and whatnot, and we were just looking to crash out in the hotel room and get some rest. But then we found out that the check-in wasn't until 4 p.m. that night, so we kind of just decided to stay awake and roll with it. I'd always heard that if you stayed up all night, you kind of sort of get a second wind, and that was true. Once we got to the room, I thought I'd be dying to go to sleep because I was so tired, but I was just awake, albeit, you know, very out of it. I think it was like 11 p.m. or so when I finally tried going to sleep, but I kind of realized I couldn't. Like, I laid in bed for what felt like hours, and my brain was just like, nope, you're awake, that's it, you're staying up, you want to stay up, now you're up forever, that's it. And I was just like, am I broken? Like, what am I doing? What's happening? Like, eventually I did fall asleep, but I was like kind of panicked for a little bit, like, am I never going to sleep again? I've gone through bouts of insomnia, like I'm sure everyone has, you know, and I've bought my fair share of pillows to try out and hope one of them works for me. I'm currently rocking the from IKEA. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It sounds a little cursed. And that's been working great. But for how long? For how long? Some people I know can get by on only a few hours of sleep, but I kind of feel like I need like at least 10 hours of sleep to feel normal. And like even then, I'm still tired, which according to this chart here, says that I am a child. Woo! Some people can sleep during the day, but I need total darkness. Like, or a really good sleep mask. Because I guess I only ever sleep at night, so I'm just not used to it. And if I sleep during the day, I wake up feeling like it's tomorrow, and I can't put a finger on reality for the next few hours. I've also been a victim of random couch gravity, and I kind of wake up wondering why I'm on the couch and not in my bed. Similarly, like waking up at a friend's house or a hotel like room after the first night or something is just as confusing. Or the flip side is that you get enough sleep, but you still feel super tired, only to be wide awake when it's time for bed. It's like you can practically feel your brain doing jumping jacks and cartwheels or something. Like, knock it off. Or like when you're actually getting a really good amount of sleep and you feel super rested, but like suspiciously rested. Like you know you set an alarm, but it's not gone off yet. And you become hyper aware of it and you keep checking, but it feels like hours go by and it still hasn't gone off. So you can't get back to sleep properly. What even is sleep anyway? You just sort of lay here for a while and then you just stop existing. Then you're at school and you've lost your class schedule, so you can't find your way to next period, and you can't remember your locker combination, and for some reason your friend is a toaster, and then you wake up. Sleep is weird. Hey, turn off that light. Thank you.